All right. We are here for another episode of On Any Given Monday.
Damn right, I wanted to say the title On Any Given Monday.
On Any Given Monday.
On Any Given Monday.
On Any Given Monday. And today we have the immeasurable, the fantastic, the under.
At some point we're going to have to get a thesaurus.
The low key, but the high key up next, ready to take over the world all the way from North Carolina to right here in Oakland, California. We have Jonathan.
What's up?
Jonathan, come on in, raise up.
Come on in. I ain't got the white shirt, but you know.
I ain't so
Can I say a quick anecdote? It's funny because the other day I was thinking, what is P. Pablo doing? Like, I just had this random thought. But I got on Instagram like an hour later, and Neff the Pharaoh, who's a rapper from out this way, had posted a picture with P. Pablo, and I thought that was hella funny. So I'm like, what are the odds?
It's the FBI.
The fucking federales.
Yeah, man.
But we're so excited to have you.
We're really excited to talk to you and get inside your mind. Are you ready? Are you open, or are you one of those closed door type?
I'm open.
All right. Those one word like yes.
No, I'm open book. Believe it or not, yeah.
Cool. So this is going to be the process of the interview for On Any Given Monday. We are going to ask you a question about who you are, and you're going to have 1 minute to answer. So some people, they get to 10 seconds and they're like, I don't know what else to say. Other people is like, they want more and more to say, but you have to fill in that 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Then Mad and I are going to bounce back on like 6 to 8 questions. And then we're going to have a rapid fire round. That means we're going to be like flying shit at you like you was a dartboard, and you just going to have to like, this is my answer. Gotcha. And that's really how we're going to get to know you, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to count you down, and you have 60 seconds to tell us all about you, what you want us to know. Include everything. You want to say your zodiac
your
sign.
Favorite color.
You can say your shoe sign. It depends on how well
the
you
last time you
it.
felt like smacking somebody.
But just a full, complete introduction, okay? So 3, 2,
Can I use 1 word?
1,
you
go.
just trying to fill up the pause. I'm sorry. I took it. You gonna just fill up the minute. You can say 1 word if you want to say 1 word for a minute. But
Just whatever you want us to know about you.
Yeah.
So go. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Go.
Creative, intellect. I am a Taurus. I was raised in a single mother household, but I do know my father. I'm Tuscaroran, Native American, and I'm Jamaican. Shout out to Jamaica. I am a revolutionary. I'm a screenwriter. I'm a musician. Anything dealing with media, I'm there. What I like to do, I like outdoor things. I'm a country guy. I want to own a farm, a bee farm specifically. Other things about me, I like, I didn't think this was gonna be that hard.
20 seconds.
I have, well, that was it,
13 seconds.
I'm pretty much just me. I'm Jonathan, it's just, that's what it is,
Okay, we'll let you slide.
I'm gonna let you slide this last 5 seconds.
I'm sorry.
That's
I thought I was gonna have more to say though.
Okay. My first question is that with all of these words that you use to describe yourself, you use intellect, and I know that you came out here for your 2nd degree.
Yeah.
Talk to me about like your educational journey and your undergrad, higher grad, and overgrad, and just your journey with that.
So initially, when I was 18, I didn't think I was gonna go to school for anything. I got in trouble with the law, but I went to an HBCU, so shout outs to ECSU for accepting me. Then after I did those 4 years there, my major was English, creative writing, things of that nature. And then after that, I worked these 2 horrible jobs during that summer, and I decided I was gonna just move to Cali. I didn't know anybody out here. So I was working at McDonald's and I was working at Belk. I don't know if anybody's from the South in here, but Belk is like Macy's and JCPenney's. And I was doing like overnight shifts at McDonald's. And, you know, it made me realize that, you know, people count you out faster than they count you in. A lot of people, when I was in the drive-thru, people that I went to school with was like, hey, man, I thought you graduated. I thought you were going to be a rapper. I thought you was going to do big things, you know, and I had to suck it up. But then I flew out here, and then those same people, you know, congratulated me, and those same people are thankful to know me, and I'm thankful for them, even though, you know, things happen or they counted me out. And then I came here for screenwriting at the Academy of Art, and I graduated from there, and I've been out here ever since. So, yeah.
Okay. I want to go and talk a little bit about you as a filmmaker, as a screenwriter. You're so multidisciplinary, you know, you're a multi-hyphenate artist, as a lot of people say nowadays. And I want to talk a little bit about what draws you to screenwriting and what about writing, since you were an English major makes you just feel like that's really a core part of your passion.
It's funny because I went to school to be a veterinarian. I did my whole senior project on being a veterinarian, and the love from movies came from my mom. So my mom, when we was growing up, she knew she couldn't afford the cable, right? So we didn't really have cable growing up. And what she did was she paid for like a month of like premium cable, and she knew she couldn't afford it. But what she did was, when DVR first came out, when it was a new thing, she had her tape player, and what she would do was she would record it on the TV and set like a reminder, and it would record, but she would record it on the VCR. And she had this whole collection in her room of just all these movies, like genre. She like filed it by genre, alphabetical order, and everything. And growing up, seeing that, I would watch certain movies, and I think that's where the love for movies come from. Not having and just doing what you have to do to get entertainment, and the joy it brought her and the joy it brought me as a kid growing up. So yeah, that's what made me love movies.
What's your favorite genre of movie to watch, and what's your favorite genre of movie to script write about?
I like comedies a lot, but I also like horror movies. To write though, the easiest to write is realistic movies. So real movies that are like quote unquote hood movies or urban movies, like Hollywood. I hate the word urban, but I'm just use it for people that's gonna watch that. It's in the film, they know what I'm talking about. That's the easiest because I lived it, but I like pushing the envelope. The hardest, I know you didn't ask me the hardest, but I just tell you, the hardest one for me is comedy. But it's weird because I like comedy, you know, but it's hard to be funny when you typing. You know, it's hard to put yourself in a funny situation, you know. So.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your music, because you, the way that we know Jonathan, the way that we even asked him to be on here is because he slid through a little thing we do called Second Days, you know.
You're
a little song, you might have heard of it. But
a lot of game shit.
Jonathan came through Second Mondays, and he's been a staple there for a schmin. He done brought, you know, every family member that came through.
Yeah, I got to.
Cousin, he come through, but about 10 people, and you know, he's always showed a lot of love, but he performs, and he also is a part of our cypher, and that energy you bring with the music, it's not like, you know, hippity hoppity. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like, oh, you know, Soulja Boyish. It's just like this real raw where you want to hear what you're talking about. So I want you to dive into a little bit of what is your process when it comes to creating songs, and what kind of emotional states do you go through in your writing process?
So I pull a lot from the things that I witnessed growing up, where I come from. And I pull a lot from the things that I witnessed here too. A lot of my songs are reflections. So I'm always reflecting on a certain moment in my past life, and then I compare it to where I'm at now. And I just bridge the gap in between the two. That's why sometimes it come off kind of raw. Sometimes it's mostly raw. My headspace, when I'm in a good mood, I take that and then I put it into the music. If I'm in a bad mood, I put it into the music. If I'm in an average mood, I put it into the music. So all the moods that I've ever felt, I just jump right into the music because I'm always listening to beats, or my producer's always creating something in the living room, and I'm always writing. So it just depends on the mood that I'm in. A lot of times it's just, how can I put it? I'm always thinking. So I'm always like thinking about what's next, or how we can push the envelope with the music and a message in the music, or it might be a certain thing that my mom called me, or my brother called me, or cousin called me, and they're going through something, and I'm just like, you know, I need to just write about it. You know, sometimes it comes out as music, and sometimes it just comes out as just a thought, you know, just on a notepad. So.
My next question is, we talked a little bit about your art, your different disciplinaries. Mm-hmm. Tell us in a few, in your Jordan year, metaphorically, right? So not necessarily, 23 years from now, but just like this amazing year for you. What does that year look like? What projects are you working on? Where are you going? What country are you in? Are you with your friends and family? What do you look like as an artist for that year?
I probably would be, and the location would probably be like Bora Bora or something like that. And I would be chilling, and people would be FaceTiming me about something that I released earlier that year that's finally making waves, in the country. And everybody's like, hey man, you on the news, yada yada yada. And I'm just got enough money so I can get out of America, or just somewhere where I can just chill and write. And everybody's enjoying it, and my mom is well off, my brother's well off, everybody that's in my circle has positioned themselves in a certain their certain standard that they want, and I'm just out of the way. So yeah, that's the perfect Jordan year for me. It's just literally just being out of the way. Growing up, one of my OGs told me it was like, either you just make money to be seen, or you making money to get out of your environment. So I took that to heart, and I just want to get it so I can just chill somewhere and just enjoy myself, so yeah.
It's so funny because my dad always says that, all these young cats, they always want to be seen, but real OGs just be trying to disappear. That's how my dad talks.
Your dad's OG, man,
I was just saying, it sounds like you got a cough or something a little bit.
My dad does. It's not about me, okay? It's not about me. My dad's been through a lot. Don't talk about his voice. That's how he be talking. Anyways, but I really relate to that because I'm definitely a want to disappear type person. Yeah. Like, I just want to be chill. Yeah. But one thing he says, like, making sure everyone in your circle is like off and good. And I want to talk about how you connect with people in your circle, and what qualities in them make you want to not only create with them, but be friends with them and be people that you want to spend your days with.
So I live with everybody that I do business with, and I'm blessed that's happened and the stars have aligned, that I actually live with these people that I'm doing business with. I couldn't tell you how it happened, and like I said, when the stars align, they just align. When I meet people, I'm always open. I'm always open to collab with people. I'm just, I'm not from here, so a lot of times I have had bad dealings with people from certain areas that I moved to. But all in all, when I meet people, they just like how genuine I am. And a lot of times when we are doing business, I try to do good business. Sometimes I get too busy, and that happens. But as far as like qualities in a person or a friend or anybody like that, just be, 100%, nothing really to it, just be yourself. I tell people don't try to fake the funk. A lot of people, not a lot, but a few people, I'm pretty sure you guys can attest to that. When they meet you guys or trying to do business with you, they see all your accolades. And I try not to talk about accolades so much, but this is an interview, so that's what it's there for. But people get around you and they just want to say, hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. and I'm doing this so they can impress you, so you can take them serious. But the thing is that I take everybody serious, no matter if you're a homeless person, no matter if you're a CEO of a $1 billion business. I'm gonna treat everybody the same, you know, and that's with respect first. So that's how, yeah.
I want to say my second to last question is going to be me asking you about storytelling and storytelling through music and script writing. Is it different for both, or is it the same? And where does your imagination go?
Man, storytelling, it's the same, but movies is just a beast because one of my main goals is black ownership in movies and black publishing. So when I'm writing music, I don't have a filter. People like that is raw. And I can also take my music to a distribution company or a record label that is black on front. Not to bring race in it or anything, but with movies, I always have to take in consideration when I'm writing this, the audience. I have to make sure that I'm hitting everybody. Hollywood is being criticized for everything now. So when I'm writing, I'm conscious enough to know that I might be handing this to somebody that might read a certain part in my story that might get offended. And when they get offended, then they can blackball me from Hollywood if they wanted to. With music, you can say things that you can put in that same script and not get in trouble for it, because music has this thing that, I don't know, maybe music is just a freedom of speech that we have. But movies is not. Movies is more structured, and when you have a message, you have to relay that message. So with the storytelling is more of a structure and a technique to it, than with music is more of a feeling. So that's the difference in between the storytelling. I enjoy writing music more than I enjoy writing movies. So yeah.
This will be my last question. When it comes to dealing with these industries, because you're involved in a multitude of things, a multitude of industries that can be very heavy, you know, like you gotta really pedal to the metal to like really get through them. I often think about artists like, where's your spiritual beacon, and how do you make sure that you never lose sight of who you are and your why when it comes to navigating these industries?
My why would be knowing my history of where I come from, and knowing the root of it all. So just knowing the actual family tree of where I come from, and just knowing that, I know it's cliche, people say it all the time, but like, I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams. Things of that nature. I always envision myself talking to one of my ancestors, or talking to a great-great-great-grandma, and telling her the things that I've accomplished, and I know that they will look at me like, it's no way that you accomplished all these things in your lifetime because of what we've been through. So that's how I kind of do it, and that's how I kind of navigate. I believe in how can I put it? I believe in, if I'm moving the right way and I'm on the right path, nothing can stop me. So that's how I move. That's just my faith. You know, my faith is in my ancestors. My faith is in my circle. My faith is within myself. My faith is in God. My faith is in the universe and everything that is aligned for me. So yeah.
And my last question before we enter this rapid fire round is, talk through you have an idea. You have an idea for like an album or an EP, or you have an idea for a movie.
Right.
Talk about the process when it comes to putting the team together, location, what the push is and the marketing looks like after. Like, just give me a whole, like, from idea to marketing, run through that.
All right. So the idea usually comes from life itself. Like I said in the other questions, get the idea. I pitched the idea to my homies. Hey man, y'all think we should do an album about this? Nah, bro, that shit's trash. yada yada yada. We argue back and forth. There's a lot of arguing through this process, right? We come to a median. Hey man, we could do it like this if you want. As far as the EP goes, you pick the beats or you get somebody to produce the beats. You have a certain feel that you want. I want it to feel mellow. I want it to feel hype. I want the song to sound like this. I want the breakdown to sound like this. And it's a lot again. Then that's more back and forth. And then as far as marketing wise, if you do have a big budget, you want to take in consideration your audience. You got to take in consideration your family members. You got to take in consideration the kids. That's the most important part is the kids, man. You got to take in consideration people that are going to feel left out. As far as music goes, you want to tap every element of music. You want to tap the mellow people. You want to tap the people that like to ride at night. You want to tap the people that just want to turn up. You want to tap the people that want to have a good time, but they don't want a shootout at the party, and then once you find that, you can market it, and then if you want to go full into marketing, you reach out to a person that is gonna, the word is right on the tip of my tongue, and I'm about to just fuck it up, because I'm from the South, and sometimes, anyways, you're gonna get somebody who's gonna push the song, and when they push the song, you have to pay them. If you want to pay the money, you pay the money. If you don't want to pay the money, then you do it yourself. There's nothing wrong with doing it yourself, being an independent person that pushes your music. You can pay for the Instagram promotion, you can pay for the Facebook promotion, you can pay for all that stuff. But it's always perfect to find somebody to invest in you, like a company that can just push your stuff to a bigger audience. And then last but least, you gear up and you roll out your finished products. You get together with your videographers. It's so much, man. Should I just keep going? Then you gotta get videographers. Again, to reiterate what I said, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed to live with the people I'm doing business with. You gotta get the videographers. This is a lot of times with the artists, we fail because you done spent so much money getting studio time. You done spent so much money getting the market. Your target audience and marketing. Now you got to spend money on camera equipment. You want it to look good, so that's another cost. But you get the videographers. Once you get the videographers together, then you shoot it. Whatever the feeling of the song is, you find the locations that fit the song. The ocean. Oh, this song is dope. Let me do something on the cliff or the ocean. That's another $1,000. It's just stuff like that goes into it. So you gotta have discipline, like you guys were saying, but you also gotta have a vision. And you also gotta have to drive, and you also have to do good business, because once you do good business, a lot of times people won't charge you as much. You probably get some freebies out there, my artists. Do good business, people help you out. And then you roll it out. You go back to the marketing part, to those people, and you say, hey man, I got the videos, I got the songs, it's the radio edit. Radio edits are important. You got the radio edit, you got the explicit version, you got the EPKs, and you just push it, And by that time, they probably come down on the price because you done did all the hard work. So, yeah. I know it's a lot, but yeah.
Nah, I'm sure somebody's watching this, taking notes. And
I hope so.
So, for the last round of questions, me and Taylor are about to do a quick fire round with you. We're going to freestyle some questions.
Bang,
you freestyle some answers. And you got 1 minute, okay? So answer as many as you can in 1 minute.
I'm good at this.
Cool. Who's first?
Taylor, you're going to start off, all right?
All right, boom.
3, 2, 1.
Do you put on lotion every day?
Yes.
Do you hate when you ashy?
Yes.
When's the last time you got your hair braided?
Yesterday.
How many gold teeth do you have in your mouth right now?
4.
When's the last time you farted?
Earlier.
Favorite pair of shoes?
Timberlands.
What's the most expensive thing you ever bought?
Woo! These teeth.
Estimate how many whoopings you got growing up.
Man, I can't count 1,000.
When's the last time that you snuck into a movie theater for free?
We did that a couple weeks ago.
Last time you went home to North Carolina.
Ooh, Thanksgiving last year.
Who's your favorite sibling?
Not fair. Everybody, all of them.
Best Christmas gift you ever got?
My auntie's Christmas gift that she was supposed to give me two years ago.
Favorite vacation?
Jamaica.
And you out of here.
Yay. I feel like that was just described as Taylor
is over here wilding for coming through. You did a wonderful job.
Yes.
You always are so supportive. I'm so happy that we're able to get you up on this platform and have you looking good. And I can't wait for people to see your performance.
I can't wait either. I cannot wait. So thank you guys. Thank you, Gold Beams. Thank you. And we're gonna have a good time. So watch it.
Have to cry.